Hi, my name's Alex Copeland and I work with Richard Fairburn and the Online Success Model team. And I'm here to bring you this fantastic Instagram course. 10 key reasons why most marketers fail on Instagram. Now, it's easy to get excited about Instagram's reach, user consumption patterns and the overall traffic volume. It's massive. It really is very easy to get excited about those facts, but the fact is that most people that try to market on Instagram fail badly. Now in this video we're going to tell you the 10 most common reasons. Now this may not be the most comprehensive list of mistakes that could be made on Instagram, but it is the most common ones that you should definitely be aware of. There are other ways to mess up on Instagram, but the chances are if you've ever tried and not got the results you want, then it's because of one of these. Reason number 1, one-time big-time paid marketing campaign. Now, a lot of people who have access to marketing budgets are very impatient when they come to promoting their online store or their brand on Instagram. They just jump in with both feet and they spend and spend and spend without really knowing what it is they're doing. Now, after all the money has been burned through, they've got nothing to show for it. And the reason for this is they think they can just throw money at it to fix the problem. Well, that's just not true. The bottom line here is your return on investment. I mean, there's nothing to stop you from spending a massive amount of money on Instagram ads, but the fact is, if you can't prove the ROI, then you're wasting your time and money. You can't just rely on the fact that you have a lot of money to spend to make this work. Believe it or not, you can walk away with better results with a small or modest campaign budget than you can with a massive budget when you know what to do with it. The difference? Well, it all boils down to how systematic and methodical you are in running your Instagram campaigns. Reason number 2, promoting direct conversion links. Now, a lot of people think that Instagram is just a traffic source, but it's much more than that. And you can tell the ones which think this by the fact that on their profiles they have a link to something like a sales page or maybe an email sign up, rather than to the home page of their site. This means that when they get visitors to their profile and they click through, they're sent straight to their conversion page. Now, if this happens, what do you think the next step is? Well, you're right, nothing. People just don't like this. It doesn't really matter how engaging your content is. The fact is, if you don't qualify them or give them some sort of help towards what they need before you send them to your conversion page, then they aren't going to be warmed up and they're very unlikely to act how you want them to. Now, I'm not disputing the fact that people do pull a lot of traffic from Instagram, but the fact is that traffic doesn't equal conversions. Traffic, click-throughs and conversions are all very different things, and each one has its own skill set. By promoting directly to your conversion page, which is your sales page or the squeeze page as mentioned, you just haven't qualified the traffic well enough for you to convert these people into paying customers. As a result, your ROI tanks and you end up spending a lot of time and money with nothing to show for it. And worst of all, it might make you think you can't do this, which just isn't true. Reason number 3, unreasonable suspicion of influencers. Now, influencer marketing is really big on Instagram. Basically, this is where you take someone that is already internet famous and leverage their fame and popularity by getting them to mention you or give you a shout out. The problem is, there's a lot of fake influencers out there. But not only are the accounts fake, so are their followers. It's all a software illusion. Now, maybe they're only charging $20 a shout out or maybe $5 per product mention. But the fact is that a lot of marketers have been fooled by this. And it's wasted money, as they've got no influence whatsoever and just fake followers. Not surprisingly, this means a lot of people have been turned off by influencers because they've been burnt this one time. They don't want to deal with them at all. Now, this is a really big mistake because there are genuine ones out there, and the real ones really can make a huge difference to your business. It could be the difference between having something that's an absolute hit or never being seen by anyone. So you need to be able to spot these fake influencers. Reason number 4, choosing to be antisocial. There's a reason why social media is called social media. It's about sharing and forming communities around certain topics. Unfortunately, a lot of marketers just create pages and then blast out content. They don't really care how people react. They're just going through the motions and getting the content out there. Well, the thing is, if that's how you run your Instagram campaign, then you're being antisocial. You're not reaching out, you're not engaging with fans, and you're ultimately going to fail. Believe it or not, it's the community that you build up that will add dollars to your bank account. That's just how it works. And being antisocial means you're going to kill that community before it even has a chance to form. Reason number 5, relying on substandard photos or videos. Now this should be pretty self-explanatory because Instagram is basically a photo platform. It's all about the images. The better the photos, usually the better the followers. It's the same with video. You want to have a good production quality, otherwise people just won't stick around and watch it. You want to stand out from the pack and you need to keep it at that level. Otherwise, ultimately, you won't get the followers you need and you'll fail. Reason number 6, build it and they will come content strategy. Have you ever had an amazing idea regarding a hot photo that people in your niche simply cannot refuse? Something you think is just a surefire winner, but it's just because you think so. I'm sure you have. Now let me tell you, 9 times out of 10, if you went ahead with this, you're probably going to fall flat on your face. The thing is, you haven't researched whether people actually want to see this. You're just going with that gut feeling. You can't just build this content and expect people to show up and come out of the woodwork. This is why a lot of businesses fail, because they base their stuff on something they like and not necessarily what their audience likes. You need to base your stuff on existing content that you can see works. This is a great place to start because you know you're onto some sort of a winner before you even make your own content. Reason number 7, failure to repost others' niche-specific content. Now, believe it or not, you can build a tremendous amount of credibility on social media by simply reposting somebody's tried and proven content. If someone's got a lot of engagement and you repost it, then you might get some of that too, but on your own account. You get the likes and the shares because you've seen it happen to theirs. Now, this is perfectly okay to do because you end up promoting that third-party account when you do it. They get clicks through as well and they get to see that brand. But also, you get to build up your account. Now, if you don't do this and you don't share other people's content because you're hell-bent on promoting only your own stuff, then your Instagram account is probably not going to grow all that quickly. By sharing other people's proven, tested content, it's a win-win, as you build your credibility and you also drive attention to them as well. You help yourself by helping others, so don't be selfish and just use your own content. Go out there, be social and share. Reason number 8, failing to call Instagram feed viewers to action. Now obviously you're not engaging in Instagram marketing because you have nothing else better to do. Now if you've got a following, once they're developed you need to make sure they do something, otherwise you're not going to make any money. You need to step up and actually call people to action. Tell them what you want them to do next. So regardless of how you do it, you need to call them to action. For example, if you post a picture of an awesome t-shirt, then don't just leave it as an awesome t-shirt. Tell them to click on your bio and you will see where you can buy that awesome t-shirt. Tell them what to do next. Otherwise, they're just window shopping and you're training them to be passive. They're just there because they want to see your stuff. They're not going to take any action. And in business, that kind of audience is worthless to you. If you want to make money, you need action takers. Reason number 9, failure to use hashtags or using the wrong hashtags. Now, hashtags establish the niche of your content. People that are interested in certain things will use certain hashtags. For example, hashtag business if they're interested in business in general, or hashtag gardening. Now, what you need to do is get into the habit of using these all the time. And the thing is, you might choose hashtags that don't seem to work at first, but you can swap these out and you can find the ones that do. It's very important you do this because this is how you get discovered by people with the same interests and get the right followers. Reason number 10, posting off-niche content. Now I know that you're going to be super excited about having an Instagram account, but don't let that excitement spill over into you just posting random personal interest posts. Now if your account is being used for business, then it isn't about you so much as about your audience, and you need to understand that they have a very narrow range of interests. If you stick within that range, then they'll see you as a go-to person. But if you don't and you start to post off-niche content, they're going to see you more as entertainment than business. This means they're going to just hang around to see what you're up to and never actually take action. They won't find you credible as far as niche-specific products when you do promote them. If you focus on one thing, like for example designer watches, then they'll see you as the go-to person for designer watches, and when you post about them, they will take that call to action and make you money. Stick to your target niche because you're doing this for a reason. You want your audiences to take action, buy your stuff and make you money.